Shalom, brothers. Sisters. Welcome back to you. My name is Mike. Today is the 5th of April. I know they won't be doing no protesting here today, but I tell you, the reason I'm waking up this late, that rain kept coming down and coming down and coming down. And I kept going, please, please, please. I'm sorry about that, brother. Uh, but there's a whole lot of rain coming down over here. Five different warnings came out through the night. Tornadoes, flooding, tornadoes, flooding. Now, what the damage has been done, is not that stupid. I did not get up until I got a call from my sister. I thought it was 6 and then it's 9 o'clock. I was like, yeah, let me call you back. So, yeah, but I'd like to thank you all for coming in today. And did you know that this massive protest is supposed to take place today? And unfortunately, brothers and sisters, I know some of our people, they're going to show up. That's one thing they're going to do. They want to show up, you know, how this stuff um, pans out. That is yet to be revealed. Shalom to the number 12. Shalom to the Van Peace. Glad you all were able to make it on Shabbat. Yeah, uh, yeah, I woke up. I not see this. You, no, I did. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. But now I those back up. I was listening to one of the sisters pre-broadcast. Uh, and I listened to that show. And I was up and everything. Listening to it. You know, I fell asleep. But, yeah, I'm sorry about getting this late. Oh, hold on.
What about now, Sister Linda Cross? 'Cause this thing keep on connecting to this Bluetooth speaker. Okay. Yeah, but speaking about this protest, because I know Sister E is supposed to have a live today. I think it's around about like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. I got to go back and look at it. Uh, so I was going to hop on her live also during this Shabbat. But I mean, brothers and sisters, I mean, truthfully, if we want to see this world for what it is, this is it. This is absolutely a face-to-face birthing of a nation. This is what we're seeing right now. Um, this I ain't gonna say strange weather, but this heavy weather that we've been getting. Well, no matter where you live at, you want to recognize the hand of the Most High and His judgment. Everything is happening. And I tell you, when this talk, oh, let's not talk about this war. I mean, it's just like Japan getting itself in position. Russia is in position, and the United States is just circled off by the nations. I mean, you're talking about some high-end submarines that's surrounding the United States, and we moving about. I'm gonna say they are moving around as nonchalant, like it doesn't bother them. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm noticing. And at the same time, hey, there's a lot of scriptures that goes with what these nations are doing when it comes to Babylon. scripturally speaking, it said that she was going to be circled off. And so, hey, the scriptures must be fulfilled, period. And we are living this right now. Now, hmm, when we start seeing, I ain't gonna say when we start seeing, we know we are living in a time of the end. We're seeing things that we didn't think we would live to see. We always thought that, hey, not in my lifetime. No, the Most High is showing us something totally different. It is in your lifetime, and it can be shocking at the same time. Now, granted, now let's not misunderstand this. There are some things that the world has put out, and it's really a distraction. This protest, a distraction. It's a distraction because trust and believe when they not just the protest, what was something else what they did, that little intelligence call that they was talking about how they're going to go into Iran and things, and there was somebody else that was in the feed that they're supposed to be in the feed. Brothers and sisters, you think they made that mistake? That you think they're that dumb to do that? They wanted the world to know this. A distraction. These are some of the blatant distractions that's out there, and then you gotta ask yourself this question: what is it that they are working on or wanting to get done behind closed doors? That's what I'm looking at. These are the things that we need to be looking at and thinking about in order to protect our families. Because whatever they got going on, the brothers and sisters, trust me, it's going to affect us. I would say it's going to affect us. It is because we're still in captivity. And as long as we're on this land, we are in captivity. As long as we are in the face of the devil, we are in captivity until the Most High takes us away from the face of the devil, according to Revelation chapter 12. That's when we are not in captivity. So when you're not in captivity, that is from up under the nose of the devil, you got to be in the wilderness of the Most High. And his wilderness is not going to be this God-forsaken land or somewhere where you're thinking you just can't live. It's going to be mental. It's going to be spiritual. It's going to be a spiritual cleansing. And that's for the ones who wants the spiritual cleansing. That's all the wilderness is. It's a choice that we individually are going to make. We don't have to worry about Adam and Eve and what they did. We don't have to worry about what our forefathers did coming out of Egypt. We will be in their same position to make that same decision. That's what we're going to be. That's the wilderness. It's for us to make a decision as to which way we want to live. Either you gonna be one on that selfish tip, or you gonna be looking towards the Most High. And like the Most High said, choose life so that you may live. Who is life? Life comes from the Most High. He's saying, choose me. I am life. I created life. That's the Most High. That's the Most High. And so, whatever they got going on for today, brothers and sisters, I know we ain't coming. We busy. We busy uplifting our brothers and sisters. Yeah, we'll see what's going on the outside, what they got going on. Yeah, we're gonna what's the word? Instigate, not instigate, or instigate from a distance. Let's just do it that way. Because I tell you, this time at the end, it is absolutely real. This is what we're feeling. And for some of us, some brothers and sisters, it's very hard on them. A lot of brothers and sisters, I mean, regardless being the time of the end. Matter of fact, I was on the phone with my sister yesterday, and we was talking about a childhood friend. We grew up in the projects. And they lived like we lived upstairs, and they lived downstairs. They lived right below us. And my sister wanted to know something because about a person that worked at the hospital, and she knew that that friend. We called her Tiny Faye, and so she said, "Let me call Tiny Faye because she had a number." She went down to visit my mother, and she ran into Tiny Faye and things of that nature. So they changed numbers and things. They were so happy to see one another because like I said, we came up as in the same project, and so what had happened. So my sister called, but she never picked up, and so my sister said, "Oh, she'll call back." And things, which I said the same thing. But now my sister called back to check up on um, another person claiming to work at the hospital. So my sister called, she asked, boom, boom, boom. I said, no, we don't know somebody by that name. She said, what about Marcy Martin? You see, oh yeah, yeah, we know her, yes, uh-huh. And so we just kept on talking. And so my sister said, oh, she's still all right. Oh no, no, she's no longer with us. And so this is what the lady said. And so me and my sister, we took it as, all right, China Fee must have quit, went to another hospital. And she said, no, 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 no. She is no longer with us. She died. Me and my sister were like dumbfounded. And I was like, what? And we did not know. I mean, we don't know what happened to the sister and thing, but we were just kind of blown because it was like a month ago. Well, not a month ago. We seen her a couple of months ago. Well, at least my sister seen her and things. But brothers, my point of saying it is this: we don't know what the next hour or the next minute can bring. That's one thing we do not know. The thing is, we need to make the best of it while we're living. We can sit there and say, tomorrow I'm gonna bring you this here, I'm gonna do that there. Truthfully, it should be stated if it's Yah's will, because it's going to be His will whether we live or we lay down and sleep. That's one thing. And I try my best to be mindful of those things. I mean, being mindful of what I say, and I don't judge people for what they say. I don't. I just take it with a grain of salt and we just keep it moving. But I do know that we people, we got accustomed to thinking that, hey, this is my power. And brothers, truthfully, when we understand who our life comes from, now we start to really put that in perspective. We start to realize, no, if it's Yah's will, I will do this, I'll do that. And we put the most high where he belongs. We put that respect back on his name. Shalom, Sister Hazel. That's what we do because we are very mindful that life is from him. The people that's protesting, whether they know it or not, life is from the most high. It's given to them. When they wake up, it's the most high who woke them up. Brothers and sisters, do you know how shallow your breath be when you sleep? How low that your breath be while you sleep? When they say that you are resting for the mm, for the vast majority of people, you rest. Because some people can sleep and sleep so silently, and they're not really taking in a lot of oxygen. But when they wake up, what do? They take that deep breath and they get up. That's that life that the Most High has endowed in us. That's the thing. And it's a beautiful thing. But with that life, brothers and sisters, We have a choice each and every day. Each and every day, we have a choice of what you're going to do with your life, or what you're going to say within your life. I've seen brothers, please. I've seen brothers sit right there and curse another brother out, then turn around and uh, praise the Most High, curse him out fluently. F this, F that, and everything. And just, I mean, what? How can you curse your brother and think everything will be copacetic? Some of them may not even curse. They just may do something. What makes you think that you're going to offend your brother and everything's going to be okay? Um, who was that? When Job went through his situation, and his friends, and they came and then they started trying to condemn him, the Most High got upset at them. Yes, he did. Brothers and sisters, what make you think that if I sit right here and did something against Sister Linda Cross, that the Most High is not paying attention to what I said or did to this sister? I know for a fact I'm gonna get dealt with if I don't make a wrong right. And if we don't have that mentality to do those things, oh, brothers and sisters, yeah, we walking into a judgment. That's off the top. That is absolutely off the top. If you know for a fact you offended your brothers or sister and you walking about as if ain't nothing happened, and you may go on for years thinking you're okay. Years till one day that judgment came. Now it's asking for retribution. This is how we should walk truthfully. We should walk on eggshell. Because when I tell you this, brothers and sisters, when I say the Most High loves Israel, he loves Israel. He's jealous for Israel. He is absolute jealous for Israel. He is jealous when they bring another God in front of him. Oh, this is how you only get down. What did he do? He started striking his own people down. Don't bring no God before me. I'm your creator. That's his jealousy that he maintains for his people. And what makes you think that we, being brothers and sisters, that you can come and offend your brother or sister and move on? Phew. Did not what was it? Yahusha said it'd be best that you take a millstone, tie it around your neck, and cast yourself into the sea. That's what he said. That's how serious it is with the Most High. Shalom, Sister Jess. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. Shabbat shalom, rather. But this is the seriousness of it. And if we can't maintain that, brothers and sisters, that can be very dangerous. Because when the Most High says that we should strip off everything from this system, from Babylon, that's including their attitude. Now, when we was when we was asleep and things of that nature, yeah, we probably said everything to our brothers and sisters. Yet and still, whether we was asleep or not, we still got cursed. Let's go back to the 90s. Let's go back to the 90s. That was the worst time for my generation. The worst time. The 90s, oh, they came. It was NWA, Two Live Crew. Who else? Ooh, it was just so many things. Snoop Dogg, and everybody was a B or H. And if they wasn't a B or a H, it was all about somebody, shooting another brother down, or how bad that we were, or how they were sleeping with another man's wife or girl. That's the music. That's the music that we indulged in. Oh, please correct me if I'm wrong. We indulged in that stuff because it had a nice beat to it, and we calling one another out their name and things of that nature, calling one another dogs. Everything that had to deal with everything that was unclean, we ushered it out of our mouths. That's what we did. Too short. He was like a what do you call him? I would say from his music. I didn't too much listen to him. I listened to a little bit of it, not that much. Um, he was on that lewd rap, pimp type like prostitute rap, but that's what he seen as a child. That's what he talked about, and he tried to live it at the same time. Snoop Dogg did too. He did. He started running with Don Juan, and Don Juan was from Chicago. And so this stuff, truthfully, brothers and sisters, it affected us. Yes, it did. It affected us. And when they started having a beef, when NWA broke up, boom, people started taking sides. That's when a division, a deeper division, a demonic division came in on us during that generation. But did the Most High hold back? No, he didn't. He stands true to his word. I will curse those that curse you. And that when he says that, even though Abraham has long been deceased, it's his seed, it's his bloodline that the Most High is talking about. When he spoke those words to Abraham, he was speaking about Abraham's bloodline, brothers. There was one brother, about a year ago, or a little bit, could have been, yeah, about over, yeah, about a year. And he said that on his YouTube channel, F all of y'all, do you. That's what he did. That's what he said. I said, yeah, he don't understand the gravity of what he just said. And I know he still do not understand the gravity of it. Of course, once you utter those words, because I didn't see anything of I repent, I'm sorry, nothing of that. Nothing of the kind. If we're going to love one another, trust and believe, and a lot of us are not going to see eye to eye. That's one thing we're not going to do. The only thing we can do, truthfully, brothers and sisters, is tolerate one another. And if you got to tolerate your brothers and sisters from even from a distance, so be it. As long as you maintain your peace. That's it. As long as we maintain that peace, we could be fine. And to show you that this is it could be a difficult path, because Solomon even said to the Most High, who is able to judge this difficult people? Solomon was talking about his own people, Israel. He's seen it. And just take it now. Sister Hazel, Sister Jess, Sister Linda, look at your life. When you was a child, did you not start to comprehend a lot of things when you was a child? And you could still go back and ask a question about, I remember this. I remember seeing this. I remember they saying this. They did that. And you remember these things, and you bring them back up to your mature years. That's what we do. Kids take in a lot of stuff. They do. They don't forget. And then when they bring it to their parents, and I know one sister that did that. She did. She brought some stuff up to her mother, and her mother was like, I never did that. And truthfully, the only witnesses that this sister had was us, other kids. I'm like, no, 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 no. I was like, yes, you did. I remember that. And we can go down to a science if you want to break it down. But these are the things that we look at, brothers and sisters, and we know. And unfortunately, some things have really damaged us. Overall, We are a damaged people. We are. If you part of that transatlantic slave trade, yes, you are. If you are of Yasharel, you are a you have some damage. We're going to have it because the Most High said, "I know I have spoiled my people. I am the only one who can heal them." He is the only one. He's letting you know, ain't no person go walk up here and say, "Look, I got something for you." I don't care how much reparations that this nation gives us. Is not going to heal us. It's not. That's one thing it's not going to do. It is absolutely not going to do it. Now, for some, they say they may say in they I ain't gonna call it. Let me see. In their minds, they can say, "Hey, no, that money will help. It will heal me." No, it won't. It will not do it. All you're gonna do is go out. Majority of people, our people, go out there and haphazardly spin and show off, spin, show off, spin and show off. That's what majority of our people will do when that time do come. That's the highest probability that majority of our brothers and sisters just may do. But when I say that we in this time in which we're living in. Now, I can sit up and say we've been damaged all we I mean, till I'm blue in the face. But the hurt continues to go. It just still, what's the word? It's still escalating because now Agent Orange and his minions are on a whole different ride. The word has went out. Do your worst. I will release you. That's what he's telling the world, brothers and sisters. This protest. This is a setup to fail situation. And the thing about it is, brothers, they pulled in brothers who may be woke, who may be still sleep. The ones that are asleep are the ones who will be the ones who can be who can go down deeper into being misled. All they go want. You're talking about a nationwide protest, and they knew exactly what they needed to say in order to pull us into it. But for the ones that are thoroughly awakened, who would like to keep themselves separated, no, those are the ones who's sitting at home, who's watching it at a distance. Because we feel in our spirit, we know this is a setup. This is a setup. And they're going to show out. Trust and believe, brothers. That is, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious about this being a setup. Somebody will get something popped off. And then there will be some lies told over here. Somebody did this, somebody did that, just to get something popped off because they want something popped off. Shalom, Sister Monica. And she says shalom to the brothers and sisters in the chat. She's been trying to get back in where she can hop into the chat, but I don't know what's going on because I thought maybe that it was something that I did. And I went in on both sides. I went in on StreamYard as well as YouTube to see, and it's showing that there's no one, banned or nothing. But moving on, brothers. We will in due time, have to make a decision, just like we made a decision um, to take this awakening. And when I say we made a decision, we did. Each and every last one of you, brothers and sisters, was something was brought to you. Something was brought to you, and you started to listen, scripturally speaking. Either you had a question, and the Most High led you to a scripture, and you start doing more research, and you come to find out, hey, we're those people, and you started to listen. And when you started to listen, that's when the Most High started to teach you. And the thing about it is this, brothers, you made a choice to grab hold of the Most High's hand, and you walk with Him. That's what you did. You grabbed His hand, and you just kept walking. Now, as we walking, you holding His hand now. You're holding His hands, but we're seeing distractions. And so now, just like a child is holding his father or mother's hand, the child may walk somewhat side by side, but the child would tilt his head back to see what's going on the side of the mother or father, and we get distracted. We're not paying attention to what's in front of us. And this is what this world is. It is a distraction. It is a distraction. And this will we're living it right down to this very day. But the Most High He gave us a book of direction. It's the Bible. Hey, if you see this here, you see that there. Shalom, Sister Van P. You see that, you see this here, you see that there. Oh, this is the time that you are in. That's it. You know what time you're in. Now, when it comes to the book of Revelations, now the book of Revelation, I tell you, you got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to the book of Revelation. Now, we know now you go to the end times scriptures, and in the Most High, He tells you, once you're starting to see this and you're starting to see that, know that I am near. This is what He tells us now. This is what He tells us. Know that I am near at the door. Now, where are we at right now? Truthfully, scripturally speaking, it's like, truthfully, brothers, we're at the fleeing stage, because a lot of brothers, some brothers and sisters they decided that it's best for them to leave. That's the fleeing. And it say that it's going to be a multitude of us fleeing. It didn't say that. Scripture did not state that. It said, for those that, once you gain sight of the disgusting thing, let those in Judea begin to flee. And you know what? When Yahusha said that, he was talking about those Yahudims in Jerusalem. But it also applies to us. It also applies to us. We're in the belly of the beast. These Yahudims. See, now, our forefathers, they had the same mandate. When you see these things, know that the time is near. It's time for you to get up out of there. It's time for you to get out. And for those that recognize that this is that time for them to flee, so be it. Flee. And those brothers and sisters know exactly who they are. They know exactly what they need to do. And for those, they're going to do it. It is meant for them to flee. That's the thing, brothers. And for those that do not, hey, They may not see it that way. And it may be the Most High don't want them to flee. Because we know for a fact that hmm, our little ones that are caught up in the system, teenagers in juvenile detention centers, kids in child welfare care, they can't. Sister Kathy, Shabbat Shalom, sis. They can't do that. So yes, you will have to have some of us, or a lot of us, still standing back because we don't know how the Most High is going to move this. Because not one of His people, and I'm talking about the kids down to a newborn baby, will be left behind. This is the Most High's hands. He knows exactly His people that are locked up in prison. And I know a lot of you brothers are thinking, wait a minute, hold on. You said prison. I mean, hold on now. Some of those people, they got some issues. Trust and believe, brothers and sisters. The Most High know exactly what He's doing and how He's going to do it. Because see now, this is the problem that fell down upon us and the world. When a person committed murder willfully, now what kept Israel on the low when it came down to those things? Oh, they knew good and well their life was in jeopardy. They knew their life was in jeopardy, and they knew if that next of kin caught them, he out of here. But you can't do that in this system because they want to play down the Most High's law, the ones that we are choosing and we won't. Those are His laws, brothers and sisters. He don't play with it. Ain't no such thing as you committed murder and you live another 20, 30 years, and then they put you on the Most High life. If they put you down that same day, if they put you down in 1 hour, it's going to be justified. That sin will not be held against the next of kin. See, that's the laws. Those are the laws that kept Israel in place. If you don't want this to come upon you, seek your peace with your brother. It's just that simple. That's how the Most High laid it out. The Most High will not make mistakes. That's the beauty of it. Because see now, the world came in and they want you to fall up under their democratic rules and regulations. When the Most High, and they, along with the churches, they had them, hey, teach this here, that the laws are done away with. We want them to pay attention to democratic law. Brothers and sisters, do you not see the demonic side of this democracy? Because if you look at the Most High, you're going to see everything about Him is going to be holy. It is absolutely holy. He had all the bases covered. That's what He had. Well, He do have it. But they taught us that the laws are done away with. This is what and we was the only, and not following those laws, brothers and sisters, we were the only people unknowingly was affected by it. Down to the food. We was the one that was affected by it. They wasn't. It's okay for them to eat pork and everything like that. It was not okay for it. No, brothers, it was not. They can take that stuff in and keep it moving. We couldn't. It always did something to our bodies, especially when we got up in age. This is the difference between a set apart people. Now, to show you that we still supposed to be up on a set apart people, brothers and sisters, look at that. Look at the diet. Look at the foods. So now when you're starting to wake up, oh, now they really got to do something different now. They got to hide the pork inside the food. Canned goods, black eyed peas, greens, brothers and sisters, you'll be surprised. You look on the back of the stuff, you'll see pork. Pork, what do they call it? It's like a pork grease, but it'll be a pork ingredient to keep you in sin where you don't know about it. This is one of the most um, demonic time for us to be in. This 400-year generation, the end of a 400-year generation. That's who we are. This is who we are, brothers and sisters. And it's magnificent at the same time, truthfully speaking. It is magnificent to see these things, to know who you are and what generation the Most High was talking about when he was talking, to Abraham about his descendants, his people, his bloodline. This is who we are. The world do not like wokeness. They do not. They held on to that comatose sleep like it was as it meant to be their life. They needed us sleep. They needed us in a comatose state. They needed us to believe that their rulership is the best for us. And some of us believed that. We did. And all the while, they kept on mishandling us in the worst possible. Hold on just for a minute. Let me take this phone call. Hold on just for a moment. I'm sorry about that, brothers. I'm back. Um, oh wait, brothers, we have this stuff that's going on with this distraction. That's what's going on to being. And truthfully, I don't even know what time it's supposed to get popped off, but they're supposed to be doing it nationwide. And they did give off some people name who has organized this protest and have got it. I don't believe this. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Hold on. How about that? Um, Like I was saying, we got a lot of rain here. I'm serious. It's been going like this is the third day, I think. Flooding and everything. I mean, thundering, lightning. Been a long time since I heard this stuff. I'm serious. But hey, then not the Most High said He's going to judge His nation, and it's happening. And they saying here that this is not normal weather for them in Arkansas. They said no, they never seen anything like this before. I mean, but hey, the world we attribute it to global warming, which in essence, truthfully, it is the Most High who's judging this nation. What they think they're used to seeing, they're not. They never seen this before. They never seen this before. I was just talking to my cousin about the eclipse that took place last year, and it was like, no, it was dark here. It was real dark, and everything. He said all the white people, they was all geeked out, and they was out here partying and everything. People just need a reason to do something. But for those that are spiritually inclined, they know that, hey, that's a judgment sign. Tav, that is a judgment sign. And this world is being judged. This system is being judged. This country is under judgment. That's what we are. That's brother. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're experiencing. The stress, all of this stuff, it's coming down. I mean, yeah, it's coming on Satan, and from whatever Satan do and how he feeling, he brings it on to the world. He got his minion doing. They say they're going to do just to get us irritated. Or they come up with, they want to they want to bring back segregation. Do what they're going to do. What they want to do. They're going to do it. You don't see us, bending over backwards. Like, hey, this is impossible. You can't do this. This is the United States, and it is the United States. And Satan, he can do what he want to do. This is his system. He has never had any intentions on doing right. If he went 100 years making light, this is a democratic, righteous country. He would do that. We have laws. You cannot be biased towards a black person. They did that for how long, brothers and sisters? Let's just say when you start going into court and you start suing companies for being biased when they talking about hiring black people or they did something wrong. Yeah, they paid them off in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, I went to court, won the case and everything. They started opening up doors. Brothers and sisters, that was another distraction. When it's all over said and done, that's all it was. It was a distraction. The devil knew exactly what doors he needed to open up in order to keep us food. He knew. Yes, some of our brothers and sisters, they made history on a political side, being the first black for this or the first black for that. All of that still was a distraction. Because when it's all over said and done, what did one person do? He came in and started taking down pictures of fallen heroes, black fallen heroes, taking pictures down, trying to take them out of the history books. This is Satan's system. He's showing himself now. He said, I don't reel these people in. It's time for me to show this beast. If you want to talk about a beast, brothers and sisters, let's look at Bill Bixby. Bill Bixby is a character. He was the Gentile form of the Hulk. And so now you want to see some anger? This is Satan's system. He's about to unleash anger because he knows that his time is dramatically short. He knows this. So now this beast is about to show himself. Now, some of us may not be used to it, but he's about to bust out and show that dark side of himself. And the world don't care because he got them where he wants them. That's what he got him have. One, he has to have the world hungry. That's one thing he got. He got to have the world hungry. You know why? Because he already told the world. When Yahushua was telling us, do not be overeating, heavy drinking, he told us this. He told us this. Now, mind you, and yet it sounds like a simple scripture, but it's not. It is a very heavy scripture when you get into the last days. That's when you start to understand that scripture. Because now the devil said, hey, you go back into this late 80s, all through the 90s and 2000s. Buffet, they always talking about food. When they show a big burger, you better trust and believe. They go bring that camera right up on that burger. They go show you how big that burger is. Order fries, a Coke, everything about this country, brothers and sisters. High ingredient of sugar, salt, everything. If you go back and look at those commercials. And what did we? And we fed into it. We fed into it. The whole world fed into it. And now you got some overweight people, diabetic, high blood pressure, hypertension. Now, the Most High said it was going to be food shortages, right? He said this. Now, what is one way to get to a people? Because Satan knew he needed to have these people thinking about another God other than the creator. And what other God do you think he needed to get these people to think about, to be more concerned about? What God do you think that is? That belly, that stomach. So when you start to get hungry, because you used to eating food, getting it at any time, and oh, please. Yeah. And that's one thing we're doing, sis. That's one thing we're doing. And we're still falling for it. Yeah, we're still falling for it. That's off the top. We're still falling for it. And at the same time, it's killing us at the same time. You know, some months ago I was talking about, practice fasting. I mean, if you, like I said, brother, it's it's doable, because it's like you got to take what the devil has put out there and you got to counteract it. This is going to be a must for us. We're gonna have to believe the Most High. We gonna have to believe him. If you're going to do a fast, you pray to him to give you the strength to do this fast. If you say, I will say this now. If you're diabetic, no, I will say you tread very lightly, very cautiously, because I do know some diabetics, they have to eat in order to keep their sugar level. Because I tell you, right now, well, I ain't gonna say that, because when you pray to the Most High and you ask the Most High to give you strength to endure it, you pray for him and you ask for his spirit to be with you, for you to do it. Now, if you say you want to do it for 12 hours or during the daytime and you eat at night, so be it. Ask the Most High to be with you. He'll be with you just for you to get that done. And then if you get to that peak where you know for a fact you can do this 12 hours, so be it. Take it a little bit further. Take it a lot further. Take it a lot further, because the more you do it, the stronger you become. And I say the stronger you become, because guess what you're doing? You're conquering your flesh. You're strengthening up your spirit. That's what you're doing. See, now, the devil don't want you to do that. That's one thing he do not want you to do. We have a lot of things that we can do, spiritually speaking, to circumvent the devil. That's one thing we do have, and it's going to start. It's going to start showing itself. You're going to start seeing brothers and sisters start doing some things, brothers, and then you'll be like, wait a minute. It's going to be the most high, especially in those chosen ones, and especially with the chosen ones. The Most High is not playing with this. He sees the time. He's seeing, hey, his name is about to be glorified. He's about to stand. And the moment he stand, brothers and sisters, oh, good gracious almighty. He's going to get the world's attention. I can tell you that right now. He's going to get the world's attention. It may have been thousands of years since this world, these nations, has heard his voice. These nations been against Israel from day one, when they first heard about Israel coming out of Egypt. Those nations heard about it. And what makes you think that, hey, this creator is no longer with us? This is the deception that the Most High chose to do for this world. All right. All I got to do is stand back, let this world go on. My people, I got them in a discipline mode. And at the same time, they have lost their heritage. My people right now do not know who they are, but I'm still going to watch over them. I'm not going to let them just like drift off into the sunset. That's one thing the Most High always stated. He will not totally abandon his people Israel. That's what he said. And we are living proof to that. Now, with that, he's looking at us. He is examining a lot of us. Don't get me wrong now, brothers, because yeah, we are most definitely in the time of the end. Take in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Jeremiah chapter 12. Taking all of those books. We're here. We're seeing anything. We're seeing some brothers and sisters teaching this. This is the reason why the Most High said, I am looking for those to worship me in spirit and in truth. If you abide by his spirit, you're going to speak truth. That's one thing you're going to do. Now, when brothers and sisters speak, they say, you know, the Most High said this to my spirit. Brothers and sisters, proceed cautiously. Proceed cautiously. I'm not going to say turn a brother down. Listen intently to that. And you make your decision. Because, was it Jeremiah? I think that's Jeremiah chapter 12. Well, the Most High said no. He got some of his people he's going to judge for teaching his people false doctrine. That's what he said he's going to do. What? Here we are, brothers. This is where we stand right now. This is the judgment time. And whether, you know, these brothers out here doing it for more views and things on their channel just to get some funds, you're under judgment. You're under judgment. And this is the thing that we have to be paying attention to. This is real. Judgment is real. You got people out here claiming to be prophets, and I can't say whether they are or not. I just proceed very cautiously. I do. That's me personally. I move that way. There's some things I listen to. I listen to quite a few brothers and sisters. Now, for the majority of it, I agree with a lot of things that they say. For some of it, no. Some of it, no, I don't agree. I do not. But I don't take that as a hindrance. And I don't take it as something that I need to fight about. Because I do know that some scriptures can be touchy. But in order for me to maintain peace and for me to leave it in the Most High's hand, I chooses to leave it alone and let the Most High rectify matters. If I'm wrong, I be wrong, and I'm gonna have to readjust my thinking, because not one of us are going to have all the answers, brothers and sisters. We're not. We're not. And some of us are going to be. Well, we're going to have a misunderstanding of a scripture, and we can be. Oh, we can have a spirit that makes like, oh no, I'm right and I cannot be wrong, and you can be wrong. But if you don't have a spirit to say, you know what, I am wrong, I misunderstood that scripture, you just might find yourself getting hemmed up. You may find when the Most High is trying to speak to you, but your flesh has dominated the spirit to which the Most High said He's looking for those to worship Him in spirit and truth. He's looking for that spirit to come out first and foremost than that flesh. That's the beauty of it, brothers. This is the reason why I say, put your flesh to the test to determine how strong or how weak your spirit is. Because when the Most High going to speak to you, He gonna speak to you by means of His spirit. And if you supersede His communication with you through the spirit, and you choose, what is this? Oh man, you choose. Hold on, brothers. I'll tell you the truth. Let me do it this way. Hold on. Cool. I'm sorry, I'm back. But this is the reason why I said it's so important, brothers and sisters, that our spirit reign supreme. It is very important that the spirit reigns supreme. Because Satan, all he's built up on is he's built up on your flesh off the top. Burgers, fries, chicken, pork chop, ham hocks. That's what he built up on. He's built up on that flesh. His deceiving powers is that flesh. When they sit up here and left their position in heaven, what did they do? What did they do? They came down because what they started looking at these women on the earth, and they said, "Oh man, this is what they did," and they found a sadistic pleasure to which was not granted for them, and it just wasn't the women's now. It was not just the women, animals, all of that. And now take this into consideration: the Most High's creation, it was perfect. Everything about what the Most High did was good. All it took was one. All it took was one. One person, one lie. One person, one lie. And here we are to this very day. And so now the scripture speaks about the Most High in Armageddon. Armageddon, brothers and sisters, trust and believe. The Most High is going to show His hand. He's going to, we all are going to, hold on. We're going to witness or we're going to hear we're going to hear, we're going to hear the the destruction of Armageddon. You're talking about Yah's anger. You're talking about Yah's anger. His anger is going to go all the way back to that time when that lie was first told. When those angels, those angels forsook their proper position and started mingling with man and beast. Where all that the Most High has made good, they came in, not destroyed it. They didn't destroy it, but they made near about everything that the Most High created unclean. That's what they did. This is what Satan did. And this is the reason why he has that judgment on him and his demons. This is the judgment that he has on him. This is the reason why he's fighting for life. He's fighting for life. All of this. And the Most High, Armageddon is a necessity. And in order for us to understand, hey, we're not going to go down this route no more. This is it. So now if we started to recognize, hey, let's just say hypothetically speaking, we went through the 1,000 years. Satan is done away with. And as time went on, we started to recognize a bad spirit in a person. No. And especially if you are one of those who came out of captivity, we'll be the first one to speak. You know why? Because we do not want to go down another road with the devil. That's one thing. We're not trying to entertain that. We dealt with that. We felt that. We seen loved ones die from being up under the devil's nose. So yes, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to act on it real quick. We're going to act upon it because we have that. We have the damaging effects of that. We witnessed that. We felt that. And we're not even trying to entertain it any longer. We don't not even try to bring it back. We know the sickness. We've seen the cancer. We've seen how cancer has ate up some of our loved ones. Gun violence. No, brothers and sisters, we're not trying to entertain that no more. And this is the reason why the Most High had to let us go into captivity, see how the nations do us, in order for us to say, hey, you know what? We're a set apart people. We need to start believing that. And the more we keep doing that, and we start looking at these laws, and we abide by the laws of the Most High, the stronger we become. Now, that's one thing Satan's world do not want us to do. To abide by his laws, and a democratic law, yes. He would love that. But you gotta mop his system onto your flesh. When the Most High is telling you to strip that nonsense off. If you got it on you, I'm going to set you afire. You will be ablazed. He wants you to paint on a flammable demonic system on you and then the Most High come out and set you aflame. Oh, brother, you gonna burn up. You will be cremated if we walk down that road. If we continue to say, hey, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, we're not nothing of this system. We're not. But they're trying to pull you in. Today is that day. They want to pull you in. What was that? There was this movie, Carlito's Way. What was it, Carlito's Way? I think it was that movie, but he was stating, because he came out of prison, he's not trying to mess with He's not trying to live that thuggish life of drugs and all that. He's trying to leave that alone. He knew the game. He knew exactly what to look for when he walked into any type of altercation, or if it looks like it's going to be an altercation, he knew exactly what to look for. He's seen it all, but he didn't want that world no longer. So when he was trying his best to stay away from it, he got pulled right back into it. And it was due to a cousin or something. But the same thing is happening right now, brothers. When they speak of segregation, and you have a measure of brothers or sisters that joins in with that, they pulling you right back into their nonsense. Segregation, brother, is another word for a blessing. If they want to separate themselves from you, so be it. Let them do it. Shalom, this is Yvonne Daniels. Shabbat shalom. Let them do it. That was a protection for us. But if you, and unfortunately, brothers and sisters, if you're not woke, you ain't gonna see it. You still sleep. But when you woke, you understand it. They came in, they taught us a lot. We're all God's people. We believed it. But when you wake up, you're seeing that, oh, you lied to me. Then you start separating yourself. It's not the fact that I don't believe this nonsense. Now his phone start going off. It's not the fact that you're hating on people. It's the fact that you're separating yourself from a people. You still treat them with respect. We still treat people with respect. But wait a minute. I think this thing came back. Oh no, it did. Okay. We still treat people with respect. We don't. It's not like we go out there. Well, I do know of some brews that be like, nah, they out there pretty deep. Um, mm. So I mean, for a certain amount of brothers, we're not looking for we're not trying to entertain the militant type like attitude. And at times, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you may have to stand up and stand your ground. Period. And it may get to that point where you will have to literally stand your ground. Stand it. Because I mean, I'm seeing when it comes to this police and things, and when they start pulling over black, I'm starting to see these brothers. They're like, no, pimp. I'm not letting my window down. Call your supervisor. What you pull me over for? Because they know exactly who to irritate. They know exactly who to irritate. They know exactly who they need to say, I was in fear of my life. They know these things. Well, if you want to talk about a devil being inside of a person, a particular people, yes, we know exactly who they are. And they get down that way. Now, and unfortunately, brothers, I can see them getting themselves all geeked up for this time of the end up under this political umbrella of the orange. They figuring in their little bitty heads, we can do this, we can get down, and we can get off. That's what I'm seeing, brothers. And along with this protest, brothers and sisters, no. This don't look good to me. It does not. The only thing I can push out, brothers and sisters, is a great deal of assumption, because I'm going by the history of a people, what they have always done. They always instigated stuff. Let's go. Let's look at not Hotel Rwanda. Let's go back and look at the Hutus and Tutsis that the French orchestrated, and that was brothers and brothers killing one another because of a different tribe. All of them looked the same, Hutus and Tutsis. And then when it hit the fan, what do France do? Shit, they walked out with it like a dog with a tail between their butt. That's what they did. They instigated things, and now that instigation is right before our very faces on this very day. I would not be surprised, brothers and sisters, they do the same thing to this day. The same thing. These people are wicked. You know, when I used to look at these movies, I was looking at not Ray Charles. What movie was this? Well, regardless, this guy played the piano. And not the piano. He played the bass, guitar, whatever you want to call it. And he ran up on these three white guys. The three white guys, they was the ones of the movie. They was like escaped prisoners. And this black guy said he sold his soul to the devil. And so he could play the guitar and become famous and things. And it was like in Mississippi, off in one of those backwood areas. And so the guy said, no, and he was like, what do he look like? He said he looked like yo. And that ain't the first movie where I heard that saying. The devil has always looked like a white person. I mean, this is in the movies now. This is not me making this up. But they have orchestrated so much nonsense by means of the devil. And at times we fall for it. We find ourselves in the middle of a battle. That's where we find ourselves. These nations do not love us. If you go into the 80s, preferably, let me see, 84 or the 80s, when they brought crack cocaine into our neighborhoods. And brothers, when you start looking at the history and they start making movies about you start to understand where the stuff came from. When I say these nations do not love us, brothers and sisters, those Colombians, they were responsible for bringing that stuff in with the help of the United States. When the Most High said, these nations do not care for you, they do not. They do not. And for you brothers and sisters out there that's believing in that 12 tribes chart, I really believe you need to sit down and pray to the Most High for understanding, to know who his people are. His people are not over all nations. We're least of all nations. You got Colombia, trust a measure of those Negroes are of Israel. Not the whole country, not the continent, not new. Scripturally speaking, they cannot find a scripture stating that, hey, these people are the people here, the people there. And how they get that understanding, brothers and sisters, I tell you, it still blows me right down to this very day. It is absolutely just mind-boggling. These nations do not care for us. And at the same time, you got to ask yourself this. The Most High told us about these nations, how we need to separate ourselves. How is it that you can come up saying the tribe of Reuben is these people, the tribe of Asher are these people? How can you do that when he said these are the nations? These nations do not care. They're going to mistreat you. They don't. They will pull you in, and they have a habit of doing that. They have an expertise of pulling you in, manipulating you mentally. 'Cause they have a history of witchcraft. They know exactly how they pull you in. I don't care if it's a bucket of chicken. If it takes a bucket of chicken and grape soda, they will do it. They will do it. They seen as if it is quite effective. But when you base your mind on the spirit, they can't fool you. You seen them coming from a mile away. And then if you want to talk about, you want to get a people upset, let them see your light. Oh, you really go get them upset then. You would literally have those people looking upside your head and they be saying, who do this nigga think he is? That's the word. That will be the phrases that the nation will say about you because they're going to see that light that shines upon you because you abided by that spirit. Shalom, Shabbat shalom, brother Robert. That's what they're going to say. If your light is shining, trust and believe, brothers and sisters. Yes, they're going to say this. Who do this nigga think he is? They said it to Yahusha when he went in and make his defense. Is this not the carpenter's son? They ain't calling no Negro, but I mean, just saying it's the word. It's what you say, and you will be led by the Spirit to say what you need to say. It's going to happen. All you gotta do is let your light shine. All you gotta do is abide by that Spirit. I ain't gonna say all you gotta do, but we have to train. We have to train ourselves to bring forth that Spirit. That's it. Take baby steps if we got to. So be it. As long as we take that step, of course, it's going to be that decision of the Spirit, or it's going to be that flesh. When we're in that wilderness, that's going to determine whether you want to live or you want to die. One or the other. And that choice is going to be not upon the Most High, it's going to be upon you. The Most High is giving you the opportunity to show yourself which way you want to live. Right now in the streets of this protest, for the brothers and sisters out there, they dancing with the devil. That's all they doing. They're out there in the streets dancing with the devil. They can be breakdancing or pop locking. It doesn't matter. They out there dancing with the devil. We are a set apart people, and we need to maintain that. We need to maintain our segregation from this world. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is how we need to get down. Period. The Most High been asking us to do this for thousands of years. Here we are coming out of a coma and waking up. And once that knowledge is embedded in us, we start to separate ourselves. When we start to separate ourselves, what do the world do? They try to condemn you. That's what they do. They try to condemn. Oh, you wrong. You prejudiced. Well, it doesn't matter that Christ is black. This is what they say. They have an answer for everything that we bring to them. We did not come up with a color basis. The nations did. And when we bring it back to them, the color basis, they can't handle that. They cannot handle it. They cannot. So what's the thing they fall back on? Oh, you being prejudiced. No, we're not being prejudiced. If I'm going to if I have a bucket of apples, scripturally speaking, and I see these people over here They're hungry. They haven't eaten for days. And then I see these people over to my right who also who has not eaten for days. Who do you think I'm supposed to feed? Scripturally speaking, it's going to be these brothers, these people who are related to me. That's who the scripture said I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be doing this, especially for those related to you in the faith or blood. That's what. And whatever's left over, yeah, you help out. Shabbat shalom, Brother Kenneth. That's the thing. Let me see what you said, sister. Let me see. Sister Yvonne, brothers and sisters in the faith. Yeah, you're correct. That is right. Our enemies always underestimate our Heavenly Father, Yahuwah, master plan for our protection. Therefore, we must not tempt him by getting out there in those streets. Sister, you know, I mean, the brothers and sisters I've been hearing saying the same thing. And I'm talking about people that's not even awoke. They saying the same thing. You don't need to be in those streets. But you have people like, what's that guys? Roland Martin. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to be out there in the streets. I would not be surprised. And especially people that has what you may call a high profile, they gonna be out there because money is involved. And see, that's another pimp. That's another pimp move. If you want this money, you go be in these streets. And for those brothers and sisters out there that want their money, they go be in those streets. And this is gonna be one time they go wish. I wish I would have stayed at home. I'm serious, bro. I do not see anything good coming about this. I do not see anything good coming about this. It's going to turn up. If not today, tomorrow, next week, it's going to turn up sometime. It's going to turn up. This is the time in which we're living in that we got to be on our guards like it is, that our lives depend upon it. Sister Kathy, in Mississippi, is it doing a whole lot of rain in there? I tell you, it's coming down over here. I mean, it'll stop like 5 or 10 minutes, then it come down again, heavy. But brothers and sisters, there's going to be, I think there's like, I know Sister E is coming on later today. I haven't seen no upcomings on any other channel when it comes to this protest. I haven't seen any. I think just Sister E. Wait a minute. I think now. I mean, I know Sister E is will go come on. I do know that, and just to counteract whatever they got going on and things of that nature. If they have videos out there, that remains to be seen. But I tell you, this is the time, brothers and sisters. Being set apart is going to serve as a protection. Okay. It's coming down here, sis. I tell you, it's flooding certain areas and things of that nature, but it's coming down. But we have things, brothers and sisters, that we have to contend ourselves with. We do. We there's some things that we got to be mindful of. Yeah, you're right about that now, Sister Linda Cross. April showers, and I said one day it was hailing. It was rain and hail at the same time here. Hold on, just a moment. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So, like I was saying, brothers and sisters, we got to be on our P's and Q's. They have that way of saying things, and they know how to maneuver certain people, certain ones of us. I seen, well, I witnessed rather, um, and it was a setup. It was a setup, truthfully. And this guy, he was serving. You know, it was a restaurant. He was serving people. Then the Mexican came up saying he wanted to buy a sandwich, and the guy told him, "Well, we don't serve you." And it was a black guy behind him. And so this is the thing, brothers and sisters. It was a sad shame that I had to see. I mean, that this brother did this. What had happened? The guy who's serving people, he didn't want to serve the Mexican guy. He said, "I just want a sandwich." So he looks to the black guy, and he oh man, good gracious, he wielded him in. I mean, just like a fish on a hook. Boom. So the black guy was like, "Man, I mean, hey, you might have to go up the street and get you a sandwich or something, man." A man said he ain't gonna serve you. This is what the black guy said. This is what the black guy said. All right, you too, brother Robert. You be safe out there, brother. And so it was sad to see that because I know for a fact he felt that before. Now, if any one of us, now we be like, "No, pimp, you dead wrong. You need to serve this man," because we have that history. We have that hurt. We know injustice when we see injustice because we have that hurt. We have that residue. That's what we have. We have that residue of hurt. Only the Most High is going to heal that. He's the only person who's going to heal that. That's that wilderness. That is that wilderness, that time of healing. And this is the thing, brothers. How is it that we get to the wilderness? We're being healed by the Most High. And then we some just make a decision not to uphold his laws. Now, Most High, he's good. He will heal you. And at the same time, let you work out your salvation. And only for us or individually or any person to make that one decision that costs them their life. That's the Most High. He'll heal you, but he still wants you to choose life. But it's in your hands now. Your life is literally, our lives will literally be in our hand. It will be a decision that we will have to make. Either it's going to be based upon that flesh or that spirit is going to determine your life. And if we want to take it a little bit further, brothers and sisters, let's go to Achan. What do Achan do? Achan went in there, subdued a city, and the Most High said everything is devoted to destruction. Everything. Achan didn't do that. Achan got fleshly and greedy. He sees some clothing, he's seen some gold, he's seen some silver, he took it. Now, this is the thing. He did not get dealt with right then and there. No, he didn't. But then Achan still had time to turn around and repent, but he didn't. He did not turn around and repent. So what Achan did, he buried stuff and everything was copacetic, and they went back out to war. A lot of the brothers died in war. So Joshua was like, "No, something ain't right. Something is not right." They laying down in front of the Ark of the Covenant with their face to the ground. The Most High tells them to get up. No. Israel been unfaithful. He said Israel. He didn't say Achan. He said Israel. Because when one do something, everybody get affected. So Joshua, the Most High said, I'm going to show him to you. Joshua cast lots. Dang, really? Hold on just for a moment. Hold on just for a moment. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. But we're going on about Achan. Uh, yeah, about Achan, yeah. And so what had happened though, he allowed the Most High to call him out. So now, mind you, now some Israelites had already died. So now Achan is responsible for that blood. And so now, when Joshua was casting lots, trying to figure out who it was, and he found them, he said, Achan, what do you do? And he said he sinned. He sinned. And this is to the brothers. Now, I want to say this. I'm saying this is for the brothers and sisters, head of their household. Your decision can make or break your whole family. Because when the Most High got finished with Achan, his whole family was stoned to death. Everything he owned was considered unclean. So when I say this, brothers and sisters, when you think you making a decision based upon yourself, no. If you got your kids, your family up under your roof, they can suffer the same damaging effects that you're going to suffer. This is the reason why I said, brother, it is absolutely imperative that we watch our action, we watch our thinking, because we can affect our families, period. The Most High will consider everything of you unclean. That's how serious it can come, it can get with the Most High. This is not the time for us to be playing. This is not no selfish movement. This is all about you and your family, us and a nation. That's what this is about. Achan made a terrible mistake. And he was not the only one who made the mistake. Dathan, Korah, Abiram, they made mistakes, and Most High considered them unclean. Everything they had was unclean. Everything they owned was considered unclean. That's when the Most High removed his ruach from them. You unclean. It's a very serious path that we are on. Although you didn't have no choice we didn't have no choice in the matter of what bloodline we was coming through. So you coming through Israel, trust and believe, you have a lot of mandatory things that you got to abide by. And this is what we're putting ourselves in line to do. We're putting ourselves in path to do these things, to live these laws. This is what we're choosing to do. We're choosing the Most High, his laws. Israel had the laws. They chose not to abide by the laws. When they got into some trouble, they called out to the Most High, and He took them out of slavery, in and out of slavery. The beauty of this is that, hey, we're that one, that this generation that's coming out. The laws are new to us. They are. The holy days are new to us. We're trying to make sure we have these laws. We are abiding by the laws and abiding by these holy days to the way it's supposed to be done. We have that desire to do these things. That's what we have. That is what the Most High is looking at. We got a desire for the laws. We have a desire for these holidays, holy days that we supposed to be doing. We have a love for it. We got a desire. That's a good thing when it comes to the Most High. This is one of the reasons why I believe that we're going into the wilderness. It's to purge out whatever things we have from all these different nations, because you're talking about Judah coming in from the four corners of the earth. This is what you're talking about. This is what we're seeing. And so now it ain't just the ones coming out of the United States. You're talking about brothers and sisters coming out the European lands. You're talking about brothers and sisters that's coming out of the South American lands. The Spaniards. You're talking about brothers and sisters coming from the Asian part of this world. That's a massive, I mean, from our standpoint, flesh, that is a massive undertaking for us to be back on that continent. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, truthfully, the whole world will be in one continent. The whole world. Once we are gathered together and put back on our land, our continent, that's going to be the time where the whole world is back on Africa's territory. The Negro Asians, the Spanish Negroes, the European Negroes, the Indian Negroes are all going to be, and we took that culture, part of it, back to Africa. Not necessarily saying that everything about different lands is bad. I'm not saying that. You know, over there in India, they got over 3,000 gods. They have over 3,000 gods. That's a residue that may be upon those Yahudins. That has to come off. But outside of that, well, let's take the pro out. Let's take the pros. We already know the cons. The pro is this. You're talking about Asian Negroes. What are they gonna bring back? They're gonna bring back their custom, the foods. They're bringing the foods from that land back to the African continent. The Spanish Negroes, they're bringing back the Spanish foods. That's what they're bringing back. Americans, same thing. But the Americans, I mean, they're gonna be bringing that thing that our forefathers brought from West Africa. So I mean, they're just being cooked in a different way. But you will understand the international those Yahudins coming back to one continent. That's a beauty. That is going to be an absolute beautiful time. At the same time, I mean, it's going to be a judgment time. It's going to be a cleansing time. And that's going to be a time where we're going to have to make a determination who we're going to, how we're going to choose our association. Because everybody, brothers and sisters, although the Most High saved his people and put them back in their land, there's enough. It's still a cleansing that will be going on. It's going to be a cleansing. That's what we have in front of us. In front of us, right down to this very day. That's what we have in front of us. There's, the con is going to be a bad decision. That's what it's going to be. So, like I said, we don't have to worry about the decision that Adam and Eve made. We don't have to worry about the decision that our forefathers in coming out of Egypt made. The only thing we need to be worrying about is the decision that we're going to make, because we're going to be put right back into their positions. We can't sit there and talk about them, because we're going to have the same opportunities that they had. We're going to have to make that decision. The only thing that's going to be different about this decision, it can be detrimental with no coming back. That's the thing. That is the very thing that can hinder us. We have this decision to make. We seen what our forefathers did and how they complained against the Most High. That right there should serve as a warning example of what not to do. That's how it should. But at the same time, we may have that information of what not to do, and at the same time, turn around and do what we know for a fact we shouldn't do. That's the thing. And you're like, Negro, please, are you joking me? You be looking at it, man, that's how you seen this before, and you come right back and do it again. It's going to lead to people, no, man, you up on some dumb stuff. I can't get down with you. Hey, you keep it moving. It's going to happen. Because you know for a fact you don't want that man or sister attitude to rub off on you that puts you up under judgment. Because now it ain't gonna be just you that's gonna go up under judgment. If you have a family, kids, and everything, they all gonna be affected. So now it's you. Every step that you make, you take, you're taking it for your whole family. I'm talking to the brothers, head of household. Even today, you can take a father who has 4 kids, wife, in the house. All it takes is one step for him to take, and he could damage his whole household. He can go out there and rob a store. He go to prison. 4 kids will grow up without their father. You're going to get that effect if you don't keep your steps in check. In the world, the nations, and I'm gonna say nation, brothers, they know these things. This nation knows this. We can sit up here and say, I'm an American. No, you're a visitor. That's all you are. You're a visitor that was born on this land. That's all you are. That's all you are. And I tell you, brothers, we have to start looking at that a lot harder, a lot deeper. We're nothing but visitors. The days are going to come where one day we're gonna be gone. And that day, I mean, brothers and sisters, I'm out. That day it's looking so sooner than later. It is I mean, I'm telling you, it can lead you like, wait a minute, something about to get popped off here. Seriously. That's what it looks like, because they're making moves here and there, here and there. Hold on. I'm back. But this is what we have to deal with, brothers and sisters. I'm not gonna hold you, brothers and sisters, long. Um, I I'm gonna say this, brothers. We have something on the horizon, and it's going to be it's going to change the path of this nation. The world is being, well, you can say the world, but this nation is being surrounded. They're already saying what Russia is doing. They're already saying what China is doing. The United States is caught in the middle of a, well, I would say invasion, but good night. They're already on the land. It's already a known fact that they have um, other nations already set up on this land. All they have to do is surround it. When you want to talk about an orchestrated attack, brothers and sisters, this place is being attacked political, and at the same time, they're keeping you distracted. Why is this world, this nation, keeping you so distracted to what's about to happen? You have China has all of their submarines in place. You got the Russians submarines already in place. They know what's about to be popped off. They know this. Have you brothers and sisters heard anything about the United States? Somebody got something surrounding some type of nation? No. Russia? No. China? No. You have not heard it. You not seen it. You no. Well, brothers and sisters, my thing is this: stay on the watch, walk on water, keep your head on a swivel. Be safe out there, brothers and sisters. Shalom.